Hey, back again. Sliding on into part 3. I have to continue with this. If y'all need to know more about the W, we're going to have to do it after this episode or into the next one. I'll try to cut it in there. But this right here is very important that we're covering. So, basically, this symbol is a W. Okay? It means you're a holy watcher. You see my hand like I'm giving it to you, right? If somebody says, give me your hand, I want to see the mark of God on you, they give you your hand. In the mirror, it's a reverse reflection. All your devices are reverse reflections because it's a modern day crystal ball. They're made like the shape of a black box. That's a spirit box. Okay, I explain it in depth. If you go back several videos and look in the descriptions, it'll say, you know, just telling you about the W. Okay, but if not, then within the next 2 videos, I will talk about it again. But we getting into this here year of Jubilees. We're sliding into 2025. Okay, there's a lot happening right now, and people are not really addressing it. People are like, what's this with these? The Pope is opening up some doors and all this stuff. They're talking about all that. Allegedly, for educational purposes only, we are covering this material. Now, I'm going to proceed forward. Okay, so the Pope is performing a ritual that's never been done before. I've seen the videos showing him using a hammer, open up these doors or whatever. And it's invited. Some people believe, allegedly for educational purposes, that he's inviting in some kind of evil. It could be more pandemics. It could be deaths. And he's talking about opening 5. Okay, one of them he's opening in the prison. It's 4 of them, the horsemen. You know what I'm saying? Listen, hey, I don't know. And what is this 5th one? It could be one that's going to bring something else. Why is he going to a prison to do this? You know, people, what he's doing is bringing forth grace and absolving sins and stuff like that. But you feel the need to open up some doorway that has not been opened. And this is 50 years. The year of Jubilee, it has a lot to do with the emancipation of the slaves. I talked about it in the last video. Look up what Jubilees is all about. It's about the emancipation of the slaves. It's about land getting returned to you. It's a year of pilgrimage, 2025, pilgrimage of hope, returning to your homelands, knowledge of Jubilee, knowledge of self, rights being made, wrongs being made right. Okay, we just leaving 2024, like Cat Williams said, year of exposure, karma and all that. It is escalating, so it's going on into 2025, but now, with it going higher and higher, the wrongs are going to be right. Is this the time in the Bible that it talk about with James? James 5, Revelation 22, the rich oppressors will be judged. James 5, come now, you rich, weep and howl for your miseries that are coming upon you. Your riches are corrupted and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver corroded, and their corrosion will be a witness against you and will eat your flesh like fire. You've heaped up treasure in the last days. Indeed, the wages of the laborers who mowed your fields, which you kept back by fraud, cry out. And the cries of the reapers have reached the ears of Yahuwah of Sabaoth. You have lived on the earth in pleasure and luxury. You've fattened your hearts as in the day of slaughter. You've condemned, you've murdered the just. He does not resist you. That's what James 5 say, okay? So, with all that in mind, listen, I'm going to tell you like this here. The knowledge, listen, it says, it's a time of the slaves gaining back self-awareness and knowledge, maybe their rights to their true position with the holy books. Maybe that's why the Catholic Church is taking this position, allegedly, for educational purposes only. A position that they're protecting them holy books, because if this year Jubilee is coming in, all the wrongs that's going to be made right, your property that's yours, the holy books is ours. Well, you know, allegedly, for educational purposes only, we're discussing this here. Yahuwah and truth, all to be returned. 5 doors, 1 in a prison. Strange. Why has this never happened before? 50 years. Could it be 4 horsemen? Release. And an evil entity. AC, you know, anti-C. I don't know. Or, you know, releasing some type of evil thing. We all need to pray Psalms 91, 23. I believe the third one's 121. And reject celebrating this here mess that's going on next week. I told you, winter solstice starts today. And that's about the crux in the sky. And when the sun comes down and touches, and then it rises back up. It's a resurrection. That's why they put his birth date on this date. We know darn well the Holy Christ, ain't he born around this time? No. A whole bunch of other deities got the same birthday. Come on now. He was born either in the spring or at the harvest time. When new life forms and comes forth and springs forth upon the earth, that's the new year. Okay, allegedly, for educational purposes only. All right, so pray those prayers like I said. Focus on the word, pray, and don't be letting them get you loose with all this holiday stuff. Singing them songs, lighting them candles, and putting up them things in your living room. That's all going to Lucy. You giving him all that light. That's why he's picking that particular night in addition to what's going on with the sun. Okay? And it ain't going to be Christmas Eve. He keeps saying it's Christmas Eve. But midnight mass is when they do this. And midnight, what is it? It's really December 25th. The actual date where the sun goes right back up. So something's up. I don't know what. Allegedly. For educational purposes. Remember what Matthew 20:16 says, the last will be first and the first shall be last. Many called, but few are chosen. So, and that brings me to this final section here. I know a lot of y'all don't like that celestial prophetess lady. Some people talking bad about her. I defended her in the video. Y'all remember, if you don't, it's way back in one of my first few videos. I defended her. I sure did. That woman's touched by the most Holy Spirit. Yes, she is. She's anointed, appointed. Just because her prophecies ain't coming to the view, the way, to fruition the way y'all want to see them, does not mean she don't know what she's talking about. Now, what she was talking about, I watched like an hour video with her yesterday, just catching up on what she's saying, because she started talking about this video, how all y'all better get in line, because right now, you need to work on protecting your spirit, saving your soul. Catching yourself from backsliding. Right now is a great time, perfect time and environment for backsliding. All this sitting up here in the TV, and the music, and the holidays, and the partying, and all the stuff going on. It's very, very easy to backslide to the old ways. You got to get back to your solitude now if this is happening to you. Get back to God and reject the sin, no matter how small it may be. It will escalate. It means demons trying to attach themselves to you and get you to do them bad things. When you're out of control, it gets you in a state of more difficult to get you back each time. The demons is still out there. They're actually stronger now because the year end is closing and some stuff's going on. They're trying to get you away from Yahushua's word. His word is still the truth, the life, and the way. Get into it now. The mind is the helmet of salvation. You need to feed it the word, not knowledge of nonsense. Too many distractions is very high right now. Arise in the edified spirit and fast and pray. There ain't no fast way. You got to hear God's voice. You got to focus on that little still small voice repeatedly for time and time, that you recognize his voice, and that he gonna recognize that light in you being away from the wicked. If you carry bad spirits in you, it's like getting in a boat and you going to see God, and when you arrive, he gonna reject you because he sees all them spirits up in the boat with you. You see? It's the last days. The truth is in Yah. You got to get your discernment straight. Got to be laid upon your heart all about the Father. He's ordering right now. The earth is going. This is what the celestial saying too. The earth, God is ordering it right now. With 2025 coming and all that, it's going back to her origins. Okay, the earth's going to be corrected. So the nations are going to return to their original places. People shall be returning to their roots, houses. Swiftly, it's going to change back. Just like Joseph when he had to go back to Bethlehem. Because it says, and it's not that feminine way they keep telling you about. It goes in the line of the patriarch. The man of the family decided that the family of his origin, he got to take his family back for the census to Bethlehem when Jesus was born. Remember? It's just like all of us. It's the father who's the patriarch of the family, not no feminism and all the stuff they're telling you about. Defining a woman with sin and cheapness and all that stuff. God's patriarchy is still in charge with ancestry. Them that are educated and smart and all that, be stopping everything, and you're going to be heading back to where you come from. It's going to take you over. The holiness, God is going to put it in you no matter what your situation is. Rich, poor, living good, you're going to have that great desire to bounce and go back where you come from. The urge is going to eat at people. It's going to sit. It's going to set everything right. The first will be last. Last will be first in arriving. Home, true home. Yah is going to do it by your own contrivances. That means you're naturally forced by inner judges. Okay? Man's arrogance and impatience will receive and comprehend the scripture. It's not so glorious. It won't be. Ain't going to be comfortable. It says it in Isaiah 13:7-8. Not an easy transition. Be careful. God's not playing. But this is what's going to happen. A sudden migration. About to happen due to the prophecy of origin. It's happening, y'all. That's what's going on with this Jubilees. Stay tuned. We're going to cover a little bit more. I love you. Next video. Jubilees and